Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Critical Beauty. Today, I have a special guest. She is the current Miss Global USA 2023. Her name is Kirstin Yvonne Banks, and she will represent the USA in the next The Miss Global 2023 pageant, which will be held in Albania on November 17th. So if you have any questions for Kirstin, please feel free to leave them in the chat box below, and I'd be more than happy to read them back to her. So let's admit her. Hey, gorgeous. Unmute yourself, yeah.
There we go. Okay. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? You're looking very green today.
Thank you so much.
I love it. Well, you're in San Diego, are you not?
Yes, I am.
You are. Okay. So you actually live there.
Yes, I actually live in one of the smaller neighboring cities, but I just tell everyone San Diego because that's where everyone knows.
Well, actually, I have my older brother and his family actually live in Chula Vista.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's oh my God, it's been a while since I've been there, like 10 years ago. But I remember during my last visit, it was so it felt like I was in Mexico because it was so close to the border, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
it's just amazing. But the whole San Diego area is beautiful. I mean, the weather is always nice. And unlike Los Angeles, which is filled with pollution, air pollution, San Diego is so clean and sunny and just beautiful. So I can, just thinking about it, I can't wait to visit the beautiful town again, beautiful city again.
Most definitely. And if you're headed to Chula Vista, I actually work at a theme park that's right there called Sesame Place. So I could very well see you in Chula Vista if you want to go see some Sesame Street magic.
All right, let's do that. All right, it's a deal. Now, are you excited about Albania or what?
Oh my goodness, I can barely put it into words how excited I am.
So you're actually, when do you leave?
I leave on November 2nd. So I have a little bit of time to start prepping. They just sent us a what to pack list. So it's time to get it all together and get it moving.
Well, that's amazing. Now, actually, how the hell did you get into pageants? First of all, who are you? Because to those people who are watching and who don't know you, who've never seen you before, please introduce yourself, say something about yourself, and how in the world did you get interested in pageants?
Okay, well, hello, Globe. It's nice to see you all. My name is Kirstin Yvonne Banks, and I am the United States representative for the Miss Globe. I'm so excited to be going to Albania this November. When it comes to my start in pageantry, actually, this is a very full circle moment. I just realized that going to compete in Albania will be a full 20 years of competing in pageantry. Yeah, so yes, I have been competing for a long time. I started as a child when I was 7 years old. I'm now 27. And I was a very awkward, shy child, but I loved the stage. I started dancing and I loved it. And we got a letter in the mail actually for a little kid pageant. It wasn't glitz or anything. Everyone under I think 12 had no makeup on. So it was a very natural experience, and it was just to strengthen interview skills and personal speaking skills and all of that fun stuff. And I fell in love, and here we are 20 years later.
How did you do in your first pageant? Do you remember?
I did pretty well. I believe I made the semifinals, so like top 10, something like that. And I didn't win. And as a 7-year-old, I just turned 7 too, so I was really little. And I cried because I wanted the sparkly crown. My mom was like, oh, she was really upset, so we're probably not going to go back. And I turned around and I said, whoa, Mom, I'm going back next year and I'm going to win that crown. She was like, oh no, what have I started?
I think once you got bitten by the pageant bug, it's like it's forever.
Oh yeah.
And it's interesting because Miss Universe announced today that they are eliminating all age limits. I mean, to me, I think of myself as a very traditionalist pageant fan. I don't want any changes. I don't feel comfortable with changes. And I think when I heard that, I went berserk. I just went on my social media. You probably read my posting already. I went to my social media and just criticize this, criticize that. It's my job as a critic. I do all these things. I mean, there are pros and cons, but I think for women who have reached like the age limit of 28 and now they can compete forever until they drop dead. I think it's an opportunity, you know what I mean? So that's good. Now, reading your bio, you are a professional dancer and a dance educator. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I started my professional dance career at 19. I got hired by Disneyland and I was there for a bit doing some parade dancing, some occasional special events, some dancing here, some dancing there, some modeling here and there. So it was really fun getting to work for the Walt Disney Company, and I'm forever grateful for that experience working with them because they exposed me to so much in the industry that at that point I'd never come in contact with. So it was a really amazing experience. And then I cheered for the Los Angeles Rams for 2 seasons, which was also absolutely incredible. I can't say enough positive things about my experience as an NFL cheerleader. And we did get to go to the Super Bowl. It unfortunately was not the year that we won, but I still got to have that Super Bowl experience, and that in itself is a once in a lifetime thing. So very grateful for that. And now I'm a professional dancer, and technically I can put singer and actor on that list too at Sesame Place over there in Chula Vista.
Can you act too?
Yes, I would say I'm very novice at that, but I'm trying to work it in. We're growing, we're learning.
Okay, so you're like that's what you're a triple threat. You can act, you can sing, and you can dance. Oh my God, we just like
we're going for it.
Go for it. Listen, if you want to be another Jennifer Lopez, go for it. Okay.
I mean, the time is now.
Time is now. Now, I hear a little echo, like feedback from your end. I think something about the sound, like a little very staticky. So you may see if you can fix that. But for the time being, did you, like, when you were competing in pageants as a child, what was like the most challenging like aspect? Because I mean, I know, if you're a little girl and you're trying to build your self-esteem, you must have suffered some sort of like low self-esteem at one point, right?
Yes, most definitely. I had a rough time in school, kind of keeping friends. I was attempting to chase popularity with no real friends for a while, so it was a bit difficult at school. Socially, did struggle a little bit, and I think pageantry and dance kind of really helped build up who I am as a person and kind of made me feel okay with not having that many friends at school because I had other things I was working towards. I had goals, I had drive, and I wasn't too much focused on that. So it took a while to get there, but I definitely learned how to push myself and really focus on the bigger picture and not just being popular in school.
Now you were born in the United States, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we have, okay. Well, somebody's watching. Woohoo! Yeah, somebody's saying your sound is a little buffed. That's what's one of you were saying. Daniella is asking, what is your ethnicity? Because in your bio, I read that you're a Trinidadian, from Trinidad.
Yes.
Okay.
Trinidadian American.
Is your father from Trinidad or your mother?
My mother. She actually came to the United States when she was a teenager and got her citizenship and served in the United States Navy for 35 years. So, yes, I've had a while since I've been back in Trinidad, but I most definitely am planning on going soon.
No, it's interesting because do you have like dual citizenship? If you were to compete in a pageant in Trinidad, Would you be able to?
You know what? I am not sure about that, honestly. I have to double check with my mom. I think I only have United States citizenship, but I know there's a way for me to apply to get my Trinidadian citizenship as well, something like that. I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, because now that Miss Universe has eliminated its age limits, let's say, after your Miss Global USA stint, you can always fly to Trinidad and maybe live there for about 3 months. I think that's all they require is 3 months residency to be able to apply for to compete. So yeah, something to think about. Okay.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Now, do you have a lot of friends, Kirsten?
I wouldn't say a lot. I have a pretty tight-knit friend group, but I'm about to get, I believe, 49 more friends at the Miss Globe World competitions.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. It's the same comment. Oh, your sound is still a little buffy. Yeah, we're gonna try to fix it. Thank you, Serenity. Yeah, she's gonna try to fix it on her hand. Is there any way you can unplug the audio and put it back in or something?
Let's see.
Are you using your laptop?
Yes, I am. I'm just using a speaker on my too, so.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's still very, buffed. Yeah, things happen. If you don't know, like especially during live interviews, anything could happen. Uh, your dog can jump on your dog can jump on your lap, or your cat can jump on your lap and maybe pull your hair or something. Little things like that.
Oh, she's put away because she's a barker. She would have something to say. She's resting in her bedroom.
Okay, so see what you can do with that audio from your end. Now.
Okay, let me know if this is any better. I pushed some buttons.
Okay, we'll see as it progresses. Okay, people, let me know if her sound is much better now. So have you been abroad, or is this your first time going to Albania or Europe for that matter?
This will be my first time going to Albania, but I have traveled a bit internationally, going to my mom's home country of Trinidad and Tobago, and when I cheered with the Rams, we were able to go to Korea and New Zealand. So I've traveled a little bit.
Did you say you've been to Korea?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, Daniella says it's slightly better, but there's still some distorted sound. So it's saying, okay. Yeah, thank you for your input, viewers. So we're gonna try to make it better. We'll see it as progress. Something about the connection, I think. Anyway, well, the most important thing is we can see your beautiful, gorgeous face, okay, and see what you look like. So there she is, the Miss Globe USA 2023 Kirstin. Now, I would think, your close friends would probably, how would they describe you in, let's say, 3 words, Kirstin?
I would say bullied, caring, and passionate. Those would be my 3.
What is the first? I mean, could you?
Sorry.
Could you repeat 3
Yes.
words? Yeah, it's
bubbly, caring, and passionate.
Bubbly, caring, and passionate. BCP. Okay, people, yes. Hear that? So three qualities, by the way, that would make an amazing, awesome beauty queen. Okay, so the Miss Globe organization, if you're watching this, please consider the Miss Globe USA as your winner for being those BCP qualities. Okay. Now, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, so actually, this is something that's for me. I have a lot of fun with it. I sewing machine.
I can't hear. Yeah, I can't.
Absolute best time with it.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, the sound again.
Oh no, I'm so sad. My speaker microphone.
Do you want to, if you feel, do you want to switch to iPhone perhaps? Would that help? Or
That might be a little bit easier, but I still want it to look good. So whatever you think was the best, we can go with it.
yeah, it's still inaudible. Yeah, sorry guys about the sound. Meanwhile, if you have any
a little
questions,
bit.
no, it's still the same. Do you want to log out and log back in?
Oh no.
Yeah, log out and log back in. See what happens.
I think I'm gonna try it with the iPhone and see if that works. I have a feeling that would be better.
Okay, so yeah, let's try that one. All right, so just be a little patient. So she's going to try another device to see if the sound is going to be much better. So meanwhile, if you have any comments or questions for Kirstin, please feel free to write them in the comment section below. And I'll be more than happy to read the comments back to her. And, you know, we'll see how she responds to those questions. So while waiting for Kirstin to log back on, let me know, guys, what you think of Miss Universe's latest decision to eliminate all of the age limits across all the pageants. That means also local, state, national, and of course, international. So the first time I heard that news, I was like stunned. I really didn't know what to expect. But then again, you know, after some soul searching, I figured, you know what? It's a private company. They can do whatever they want. And we just have, I guess, to adapt ourselves to these changes. So, all right, well, let's admit her again. Okay, she's connecting to audio. Hopefully the sound is going to be much better.
Have we got it? Does it sound better?
Oh my God, yes, 100%.
Yay!
100%.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, yes. Okay, you know what? Let's backtrack to that question. When I ask you, you know, what got you interested in pageants? Do you want to pick it up from there?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So pageantry for me was something that was supposed to help me with my public speaking, kind of finding more drive and purpose in like what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be when I grew up, since I started at such a young age. And it has completely changed me as a person. It has given me so much purpose and drive and a lot of realizing what I want to do and what my purpose in life is. It's been a really magical experience.
Do you feel, after having competed in several pageants, do you feel that you're at a stage in your life where you feel like you're 100% confident about yourself, that you can do anything you want from hereafter?
I really do, honestly. And I know having 100% confidence changes a little bit day to day. Sometimes I'm not feeling so great. Sometimes I just need to put on some fake eyelashes and everything is better. But in general, I genuinely feel like I'm in such a great place mentally and physically. It's been a long time coming. I've competed for a long time, as you know. I have gone through the phases of comparison. Oh, I don't know how to style myself. Oh, I don't know how to do makeup. Oh, this. Let me tell you, I have gone through it and we have figured it out and we are on the other end. So I really am feeling very powerful and really strong about my competition, what I have to bring to the stage.
So when you leave for Albania, are you going to have your own like hair and makeup artist, or are you going to put your makeup yourself and fix your hair yourself?
I'm usually a do-it-yourselfer. I know we'll have a few opportunities to be working with hair and makeup artists while we are there that the Miss Globe will be supplying for us. So I'm very excited about that because I love when other people get to play and do different things and have new ways to do my makeup. But normally I'm a do-it-yourself kind of gal.
Good. Now, have you met any of these contestants? Have you like corresponded, communicated with any of them?
A little bit. We're all slowly becoming internet friends, which is my favorite thing. We get to hype each other up on Instagram posts and like each other's photos. So that's been really fun. I've spoken with a few of the girls online. But yeah, we haven't met in person yet. I can't wait though. I'm so excited.
Now, do you know last year's the Miss Globe USA? Do you know her at
I
all?
don't know her personally, no, but she is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because I was wondering if your predecessor or the previous title holders have reached out to you and maybe gave you some tips on, you know, how to succeed well in Albania and all that stuff. So that's great. Now, what do you like to do for fun, Kirstin? You look like a very fun girl. You're like the type who would probably go out in a bar, socialize, have a few drinks, and then go dancing on the floor and cut the rug and all that stuff.
Let me tell you, there is far more dancing and way less drinking. That's for sure for me. I
Got
would
it.
much dance. Yes. And something new that I've been trying, actually, I just got a sewing machine and it also has an embroidery attachment.
Yeah.
So all my family knows that for the holidays this year, they will be getting hand embroidered gifts because that's my new thing. And I'm having the best time playing with that.
Wait, what kind of sewing machine do you have? Because I used to have Brother sewing machine.
Yeah, I have a Brother
Your brother
SE600.
too? Okay, aren't they amazing? They're amazing machines.
Fantastic.
You know, you could be so addicted to it. Like I used to make, you know, I did like simple stuff like handkerchiefs and napkins. Everything was square because it was the easiest. I never attempted to even make like a shirt or pants even because they were so complicated. But little like, you know, square stuff, even geometric stuff, those I can do. So yeah, but I love. So do you like knit? Do you like do macrame or crochet as well?
No, I don't. I learned how to crochet when I was young. And at this point, I think it's fallen out of my head. I would not know what to do with it. But the sewing machine, I'm very excited about that and have been trying some new things with that. So that's where it's all at the moment.
Right, exactly. That's cool. I mean, you know, people out there, if you spend too much time, like, you know, looking at your iPhone or spending 85% of your life is screen time, do something with your hands besides your iPhone or your, you know, your digital games or whatnot. Do something, you know. So I think it's great for your mind as well. Now, do you have any role models, or do you have any person that you look up to as a role model?
Yes, I have a few. So first is very cliche. I know everyone says it, but my mother. She is absolutely wonderful, coming to the United States, gaining her citizenship, and then serving in the military for 35 years.
Wow.
Like, and she's the mother of twins. I have a twin brother.
Oh,
So
yeah, I read about that. Yeah, I read about that. Yeah.
she is quite literally my Wonder Woman. And so she's set such a wonderful example and been such an inspiration and fabulous person to call my mother and my role model growing up. Now I'd have to say one more that's a little bit more my age. It is actually Zendaya. I look up to her work ethic and her style and dedication to her own personal drives and what she wants to do. She's such a driven person and seems to be really awesome too. So shout out Zendaya. What's up, girl? We want to be friends.
Well, you know what? She's also gorgeous. She's also stunning.
Absolutely.
I mean, she has her own personal style, and oh my God, like how many followers she has? Like she has like over like 150 million followers on her Twitter and Instagram accounts. So she's amazing. She's amazing. She should be a beauty queen.
Absolutely.
She should compete in pageants.
She would just win them all. It wouldn't even be fair to everyone else.
Right?
She just win.
Exactly. Now, describe your dream job, Kirstin.
Ooh. It's kind of hard because I feel like I kind of have my dream job right now,
What do you
especially
do?
jobs that I have.
So what do
So I work at I'm at Sesame Place and I'm getting to perform and sing and dance and act. And then my other job is working with children at schools teaching dance for after school programs. And
Okay.
that's something I'm so passionate about. I absolutely love working with children.
So, working with children could be a very challenging position because, I mean, how do you deal, since they all have different personalities and whatnot, how do you deal with a child who is being very difficult? Like,
So
they just don't respect you.
yeah, let me tell you, that happens. That definitely happens. So when I started teaching, I actually started working with children and adults with special needs as a teenager. So I grew up learning how to teach in a very specific way with a lot of patience and understanding. And if someone doesn't understand something, being able to reword it so they have another opportunity to absorb it a different way. So when it comes to me teaching nowadays, I definitely use those tactics and having kids, if they have problems with respect or behavior or anything in my class, I never take it personally, first of all, because I know that's not a personal attack on me. They're working through something, they're trying to get through something in order to be able to learn and receive the messages and the skills that I want to teach them.
Mhm.
So I never take it personal. I always have what I call my patient pants. As a teacher, I have my patient pants on, so I'm ready to go. And I just try my best to really figure out what that child needs and then go from there. If they need a hug, if they need a break for a second to come back, whatever they need.
Has a child ever hit you?
No, oh my goodness, no.
Okay.
I haven't ever dealt with anything like that. Thank goodness. I'm very grateful. All of my kids, we really work on using our words to describe what's wrong and if they're having any issues, how they can work through that verbally.
Mhm. That's great. Now, what kind of dances do you teach? Like, because there's so many dances. What is your favorite dance?
My favorite style personally is jazz. Actually, for the Miss Talent competition, I will be doing a jazz routine that I self-choreographed. So very
Ooh.
off in November, but that is my own personal style. What I teach to my children, especially because they're all the way from pre-K to about 5th grade, so elementary school, we go over more of just basics of dance, body awareness, body movements, how to warm up, how to count music, all of that fun basic stuff.
Mhm. You know what? I think dancing is one of the best exercise that anyone can do besides, walking, because it just really burns a lot of calories, of course, depending on your routine and whatnot. Now, I started getting interested in, I love Indian culture. And of course, I love watching Bollywood music. I don't know if you've seen Bollywood dance videos, but man, the steps and the movements are so difficult. They're very, very like challenging. And like the Indian classical dancing, because you have to use everything, from your head, from your eyes, every part of your body, communicates, with the music and stuff. So I think that's very, very, challenging. But other than that, I kind of like hip hop, who doesn't like hip hop, right? I mean, I like hip hop. And of course, jazz. I think jazz is one of those beautiful, iconic forms of dancing. So yeah, that's cool. Um, Now, this is kind of serious question. What do you think has been your biggest failure, and how did you overcome it? We all have failures.
It's true. It's true. I would say, so I personally, yes, I've had failures in my life, but I like to call them lessons rather than failures.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of flip the script and make it a little bit more positive for myself. Technically, I can say my last failure was not winning my last pageant. And that's something that happens to all of us. There can only be one winner. So it happens. And it's something that is very important to realize how we should deal with that. Dealing with failure is something that builds so much more character and strength in a person rather than just winning all the time. Because it'd be great, but we can't always win.
That is so true. And I think failure is better than not trying anything at all.
Absolutely.
I'm sure, I think there's something, to me personally, there's something that I don't like is having regrets. If you have an opportunity to be a better person, or, just to try something new, this is the best moment. That reminds me, by the way, of Miss Universe, Arbany Gabriel's motto in life: if not now, when? That's her motto.
Yes.
So people out there, if you're not doing anything now, when are you going to do it? Okay, stop wasting your time and do it. And like carpe diem, seize the day, because it'll never happen again. So there you go. What do you think is the biggest problem that facing young people, your generation today? What do you think?
I think something that we really need to collectively work on. So I have two answers for this. So I have the social, economic, sort of politically answer, and then the more feelings answer. So I'll kind of split off into both.
Sure, go ahead.
So I think something that's really important that we all have kind of forgotten about is respect. That's such a huge thing. Respecting other people that might have different opinions than us, respecting other people that have completely different lifestyles than us. That's okay. And realizing that just because they think differently than me, it's not a personal attack on me. It's something that I think a lot of people in my generation and even older generations really need to rediscover. Not everything is personal. If someone has differing views than you, that's okay. That's something that you can work through, and you can still have a conversation with someone that has completely different views from you and be like, okay, well, I feel differently, but thank you so much for sharing your opinion. Very much possible. And
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. 100% agree, because I think a lot of people, especially younger ones, they're so sensitive, and a lot of young people come from very sheltered family background. They've been like so spoiled by their parents, and they post something on their social media, and if somebody says, okay, well, you're ugly or you're fat or whatever, and they take it so personally, whatever, and then they start to suffer mentally, emotionally, especially teenagers these days, So how do you deal with, let's say, well, when you were younger, when you were a teenager, because the teenage years are like very awkward years. That's the time, for the young person to develop intellectually, physically as well. How did you handle like harsh criticisms from other teens or from other children?
Not well. I will tell you that right off the bat.
Did you threaten them with a knife or something?
No.
Just kidding.
I definitely struggled with body image issues and kind of being judged for that as a teen. That's something that I personally went through. And going through the bouts of eating disorders and things like that, I have pushed my way through a lot of that. And it was simply just because I was in the field of dance, gymnastics, and pageantry. So that kind of puts a little bit of extra emphasis on your figure and your physique and how you look when you're going through such major changes in your teenage years. So I did struggle with that, but coming out of it on the other end, realizing how much I have to offer and how I was made exactly the way I'm supposed to be made, and all the things that my body can do. I can dance for hours. I'm a really fabulous turner in dance, knowing that like that, I have certain strengths that are just special to me. Really kind of helped me fall back in love with my body and making sure that I was taking care of my body and not just criticizing it.
Actually, I want to see, do you have any dancing videos available online that you can share with your fans, with your followers?
I do. I will be posting one later today. Yes, I can definitely do that.
All right, send me the links. I want to watch your movements and stuff. That's great.
Yeah,
now, now speaking of body image, because I think it's one of those very delicate topics that you can talk about, especially with women, because I think women tend to be more sensitive about their body than men do. Men could care less. They could have a beer belly and still be considered as macho or perfect or graceful or whatever. But with women, it's different, because I think our society judges women much more severely and much more harshly than we judge men. Now, how do you describe your body type? Are you like athletic? Do you have a very athletic build? Because since you can dance and you can do all this wonderful stuff, I would think you're quite athletic, right?
Yes, I would definitely say so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So are you ready to compete in the swimsuit part of the competition?
I think so.
Well,
I've worked really hard to kind of maintain and get in really great tip-top shape for this competition. I'm competing internationally for the first time, so I really want to make sure that I am setting a great example and doing this in the most healthy manner of getting prepared physically for the competition. So my diet has been right on, and I wouldn't say diet, I would say just healthy eating habits, because I know diet culture can be a little
yeah,
tumultuous.
yes. I don't like the word diet. I prefer the word program.
Yes.
What program or what meal program are you following? Because diet to me, when I hear diet, that word die in it, like die it. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound good. Question from our friend Serenity. She's asking how is your experience as the reigning the Miss Globe USA 2023, and what preparations do you have before heading the big competition? So you talk about your diet. Sorry, you talk about your program. uh, what in terms of wardrobe? How are you doing with your evening gown, with your costume, and all that lovely stuff?
Oh, so this actually leads into someone I want to shout out, my fabulous national director, Gene Flores. He is fabulous in every possible way. Gene was able to get me a sponsorship for my competition gown and for my national costume. So
Right.
I have to be a little bit quiet about those because those are under wraps and we're working on that.
Exactly. Yeah. I,
Mm.
yeah. We don't want to reveal. Well, okay, fine. Uh you can't even mention the color. Okay. You can't mention the color, but I would think the gown that you chose is something that reflects your personality, um,
Yeah,
enhance your elegance and your sophistication and whatnot. So that's great. That's
most
wonderful.
definitely.
We have a question from Daniella. Daniela's question is, if there is an envelope that is handed to you and it shows your termination, oh, maybe like resignation, termination letter of employment, would you still open it, and why? That's it's a very like strange question, but I think we get it.
Yeah. So if I were to be handed a letter that kind of had my resignation letter in it, I personally, I don't think I would open it. I would keep it. I would much prefer to have a conversation if it's a harder conversation, like termination of a job or something like that. I would much prefer to speak face to face with someone. I'm not a person that has a problem with confrontation at all. So I would much prefer to hear it from a person or from my boss or superior if there was a problem, what that problem was, and why I would be asked to leave in a job situation.
Yes, exactly. Because it's so easy these days to just like submit an email or
Yeah.
send a text message and then you're terminated rather than actually speaking, which brings me to the other question. Do you prefer texting or face-to-face conversations?
Oh, if it's an option, definitely face to face. But
Yes.
I live kind of far away from all of my really close friends. So it's been a lot more texting and FaceTime rather than actual face to face.
Yes, exactly. I think social media has its all advantages, like being, like Zoom. I think Zoom is wonderful as far as conducting meetings and whatnot. Also meeting people from all over the world. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, like what we're doing right now. So I think it has its advantages. But I think to me personally, I prefer like a face-to-face, one-on-one interaction. Nothing beats a real live human interaction. So great. Now, people out there uh hate pageants. How do you convince people? How do you convince all these critics who think the pageants objectify women, they degrade women, they treat women as meat, etc.? How do you change these people's minds? How, Kirsten, tell me.
I speak with them. I technically have been competing in pageants for 2 decades at this point, which sounds crazy, but I am not considered a pageant girl, and I would not consider myself a pageant girl. I'm a woman who has a lot of purpose and a lot of drive and knows what she wants to accomplish in this world. And I can say that is all from pageantry. They've given me that strength and that purpose to really push and find out who I am as a person and what I really want to get out of this life.
You know what? Yeah, I 100% agree because a lot of people don't know, especially the people who are ignorant about pageants, they know nothing about pageants. It's all about really personal development,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why, women, young girls continue to compete in pageants because it's not so much so about winning. I mean, winning is great. It's like, the icing on the cake, but it's really more about the journey of trying to improve yourself as a person, as a listener, as a speaker, and also as an influencer. Because once you have that crown on your head, you have this big responsibility of using your power to be able to spread goodness and all these positive vibes, everywhere. So people out there, you haters who are watching the show, okay, look up to Miss Globe USA 2023 because she is a very powerful, influential, beautiful, inside and out kind of person, okay? Let's all worship her now. Now, I asked you if you've been bullied before, right? You've been bullied before as a child. Now,
Yes.
have you bullied anyone?
No. Oh my goodness, no. No, no. At work, I'm quite literally known as the rainbows and sunshine girl because I always want positivity. I want to make sure everyone's comfortable and feeling good and confident about what they're doing. Yeah, no. If people have the capacity to bully, I think that's more of an internal reflection that they need to work on stuff personally. So yes, as a child, I was the victim of being bullied, but as an adult now, kind of seeing the other side of it, I know that that's because the other person really was working through some really difficult things at that time. So giving bullies grace, but also making sure they realize what they've done and they're able to change their ways.
So when people like online bullies post something on your social media, do you block them? Do you remove the comments or do you keep them? Do you keep the comments?
I'm a remove and block gal. I'm very, very blessed to say that I have not had to deal with much of that. I have a wonderful little bubble of people around me and I love them all and they're fabulous. So I haven't had to worry about that too much. But if that were to happen, remove the comment, remove the person, and the problem is gone.
All right. I totally agree. I mean, I have my share of haters, but sometimes it really depends. If a comment looks really stupid and ridiculous, I just keep it because I want the world to know how stupid the comment is, and which is a reflection of the stupidity of that person who posted that comment to begin with. So let it stay, Rafa. Let it stay, okay? So anyway. Now, being an American, living in a beautiful country such as the USA, you have this huge responsibility of educating your fellow contestants that you will meet in Albania. They're going to start asking questions about the US, about the government, politics, and the American people. Now, if someone asks you what is being an American like, how would you describe being an American to this contestant?
I would say being American is having a lot of freedom in your personal life and personal development. And I would say to a certain extent, freedoms in the people that we choose to represent our country and be our national spokespeople. Making sure that we are really using our voice to vote is something that I'm so passionate about because a lot of young adults and people in my generation are kind of missing that. So making sure that we are being really proactive when it comes to choosing people that are running our government and making those policies is something that's going to really change our government for the better and make sure it's suited for the younger generations who are concerned about things like women's health care, climate control, a lot of those really big topics that we're a little bit rocky on right now because there's such a big generational gap between the people running our country and the people that are voting. So if us younger voters are louder and more active, we can choose the people that we want to be in those places and really make sure those policies are being changed to suit us the best way possible.
Good answer. Bravo. Woo-hoo. Again, a lot of young people are so indifferent. As long as such and such situation does not affect them directly, they don't care. They don't care. But I think once you reach a certain age, like in your adulthood, like when you're you're fully employed and then you're trying to make money to buy your own house, to buy your own car. All of these things do matter now because how it's going to affect you in the future. So young people who are watching the show, please listen to Kirstin, okay? And consider voting. If you haven't registered to vote, this is the time because election year is coming up next year. So
Yes.
all these policies could affect you personally as well. So that's good. Now, here's an interesting question. Kirstin, name 3 things that you would never, ever do, even if they paid you $1 billion, girl.
Oh, that is a tough one right there.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. You really got my brain going here. I'm really trying to think. Okay.
You have 20 seconds left, baby.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay.
I would say the first one would be being forced to sing a Beyonce song in a public space. Yes, I can sing. I am not a Beyonce vocalist. That is not my strength in this world. Dancing is.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can dance it, maybe not sing it so confidently. So not singing Beyonce in public. That would be number one. Number 2 would be taking off my high heel shoes once I've committed to them for an outfit for the entire day. I cannot do that. I will suffer through the pain to have a cute shoe with this outfit rather than the shoe. So I'm committed to my high heels. Number 3 would be to get a snake. I cannot handle snakes very well. That would be something that even if someone paid me to get a snake as a pet, I could not do it. No.
What about like babysit a snake? Your friend has a snake and he's going away for vacation. I need somebody to babysit my snake. Would you do it like for a decent amount of money?
Knowing that a snake is a home that I would have to be in for any amount of time literally sends chills down my back just thinking about it. I could not handle that.
So you do have a fear of snakes?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Well, that's normal. I think we all have phobias one way or the other, But you know what? Not all snakes are poisonous. I mean, there are a lot of friendly, beneficial, snakes. So when you use that mentality, I think it'll sort of like, you try to appreciate the reason why God put snakes on earth.
I appreciate their existence. As long as they're not existing too close to me, then we're good.
All right. Okay. I understand. Now, what 3 makeup products that you cannot live without? You always have to have them in your purse.
Oh, the first one is Carmex. I'm a Carmex girl for a chapstick. That is my favorite go-to. I love that it's a little bit minty. It can fix any problem of dry, chapped lips. Amazing. My second would have to be the Black Girl sunscreen. Just the regular sunscreen. I use it every single day. There is no white cast. It's very moisturizing. I'm a big fan. And last, it would have to be an eyebrow product. I use the NYX brow pencil, and it is my favorite thing in the world. I have pretty fine textured hair, so my eyebrows disappear a little bit on me. So I got to make sure they are filled in and looking luscious like today. So the NYX eyebrow products.
All right. Now, what about false eyelashes? Can you live without them?
You know what? I can. I have very curly eyelashes naturally, and I'm very blessed to not have to use an eyelash curler kind of ever. So I really like my natural lashes. They're great. But when it comes to anything glam, I'm not afraid to pick up a false eyelash.
You know what? When I look at your profile, in the banner right here, I just noticed you have very prominent cheekbones. You have very high cheekbones. I noticed that. Yeah, you have very model-esque features, really.
Thank you. That's very kind.
And your skin is just like really glowing. You're kind of like cafe au lait type of complexion, I think.
Yeah, I would say so.
I love cafe au lait, by the way. I have it every morning. I need my cafe au lait. I can't, I gotta, I need it every day. Otherwise I can't survive. I have a question from, this is a good question from Serenity. She's asking, What is the biggest misconception to beauty queens like you? In other words, what is the biggest misconception about beauty queens that people have?
That we are airheaded or lofty and we're just pretty faces and world peace. That is most definitely not the case. Being a modern woman in pageantry means that you are educated, you are smart, you are determined, you are focused, and you're looking for your purpose, if not have already found it. So I think women in pageantry are some of the most impressive women everywhere, like across the world. Women in pageantry are always impressive because we were always striving for so much greatness in our life. So I would say talk to some pageant girls around you. You'll learn something.
I know, like, yeah, exactly. I mean, pageant is like mainstream now. I mean, I don't understand why people can just reach out to any pageants, you know? Yeah, there's pageant queens are like dimes a dozen. Question from Daniella. Do you think legalizing prostitution is a good idea? Why or why not? Well, that's an interesting question, Daniela. Thank you.
That is an interesting question. I would have to, that's a difficult one. You got me on that one. That's for sure.
No, I think in Nevada, I think Nevada is the only state that legalizes prostitution, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think, yeah. And, you know, what stays in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, you know.
That's a Las Vegas thing, sure. I would have to say, removing it from what the actual specific job is. I think if you want to be professional in a certain way, making sure that you are really making sure you're putting your best foot forward. So in the sense, this is such a difficult question to kind of dance around. It has said something like sex workers. I think if there's a way to regulate it, make sure everyone is safe, and make sure everyone is comfortable. I'm not quite sure how to phrase that, but
Yeah,
making sure you're taking care of the workers, I think would be the best way to legalize that if that were to be something that the United States would be looking into.
yeah. You know what? I 100% agree, because I think there, you know, there's such thing as like what they call victimless crimes, like crimes that we as a society judge to be, you know, harmful. But when you think of like two consenting adults, to me, you know, prostitution is just like, you know, there's like a barter, like a fair exchange. You give me money and I give you temporary pleasure. Is an exchange of power, so to speak, you know. So it is lively. And I think there's so many women out there who live in underprivileged countries who can't find any good jobs. So they just, their last resort is either prostitution or being a sex care worker, you know. So I really believe, it's, you know, it's weird, even though I think of myself as a conservative, the liberal in me thinks that I think every city or town should have a brothel. You know, at least wives know where their husbands are, you know what I mean? You know, and you have a caring madam who takes care of the girls, you know, everything is safe, etc. You know what? I think it's a good idea. I don't know. Well, it's just me. It's just me. It's not for everybody, but it's just me. Moving on. Okay. Kirstin, if you have any superhuman power, what would it be and why?
It would be teleportation.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Yes, I would love that, because then I could spend as much time as I needed on hair and makeup, making sure my outfit is perfect, and not having to worry about it either getting wrinkled or traveling in a not pleasant way so it gets to my destination wrinkled or anything like that. Not disturbing the look, keeping the look cohesive.
You know what? I think that's wonderful, because, you know, and you don't even have to purchase tickets anymore, and you don't have to stand in line waiting for your airplane, your flight, because you're already, ding! I'm in Albania in like 2 seconds. Tirana, Albania, here I am, you know, with all my wardrobe and my costumes and stuff and everything. So I think eventually that's possible. It'll happen. Maybe not in our lifetime, but I think in the future it will. So yeah.
I would love it.
Now, speaking of technology, do you think technology is hurting personal relationships?
I believe to a certain extent, it kind of is. Really having that face-to-face connection and being able to connect with people in a sit down right in front of you personal sort of way is something that a lot of people have been missing. Technology's opened a lot of doors when it comes to communicating distances and time zones and countries. We can now communicate with a lot more people, but having that genuine face-to-face confidence and eye contact and all of that really great communication stuff is kind of missing a little bit, I would say.
Mhm. Do you believe in long distance relationships?
I do believe that they can work. I lived in the state of Kansas for a bit to help open a dance studio there, and my partner was back in California. He is so wonderful and kind and lets me travel all over the place, and he always supports everything that I do. So I'm very grateful for him. But we were long distance for a little bit when I was in Kansas, so it can work. It can work.
It could work. So did you like call each other every day, or at least text each other every day?
Yes, and I am most definitely one of those call people at least once a day. You can ask my mom. I spoke to her earlier this morning already. I call everyone on my list at least once a day to check in, make sure everyone's okay, and all that good stuff.
Wonderful. Kirstin, do you have any hidden talent that we don't know?
Ooh, I do a little bit. So I'm actually really good at jumping rope and hula hooping.
Okay.
I would not say I'm expert level at any of them, but at Sesame Place in San Diego, where I perform, we do have a jump rope section. And let me tell you, I do it perfectly almost every single time. I'm very good about jump roping. And when I was little, I won a hula hoop competition at Disneyland. So my hula hoop skills are also a little bit above average, I would say.
Oh, so I know your talent in Albania is jazz dancing.
Yes.
Can you see yourself incorporating hula hoops in your jazz dance?
You know, it is possible. It is possible. I'll play with that idea. I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, because like I love rhythmic gymnastics. Every time the Olympics come, that's my favorite event to watch because it's so graceful, it's so beautiful, and the girls, like, they toss like ribbons or hula hoops up in the air and they're able to catch it. It's just amazing. So
It's so impressive.
yeah, you may want to practice with that kind of a
I can see if I can fit it in. Thank you. Yes.
Of course, we all want to go someplace for our little dream vacation. To you, what is your dream vacation? Albania does not count, okay? No, it doesn't count.
Ooh, I would have to say my dream vacation would be seeing the bougier side of Trinidad and Tobago, actually. So not going to my family's house and seeing family, but I want the Four Seasons version. I want the fancy restaurants on the beach and all the fancy Trinidad and Tobago. I would love to experience that once. The family side is amazing. Don't get me wrong. The best food, family all around, love all around. It's fabulous. But the bougie side, I could do that.
Hey, I think we all can, especially to those of us who worked hard most of their lives. I think we all deserve that kind of royal treatment. Okay.
Absolutely.
Another question from Daniella. Boy, Daniella, we're asking a lot of questions.
Hi, Daniella.
This is a good question. What is your favorite quote and how do you apply it in your life? Good question. Thank you.
Ooh, my favorite quote is look beyond what you think you see because inside is ability.
Who said
and
that? Is that you?
No, from one of the nonprofits I worked with since I was a teenager, they focus on inclusion and personal development in athletics and sports for children and adults with mental and physical disabilities. So different levels of ability. And that quote spans far beyond inclusion when it comes to accessibility for those with disabilities. It kind of expands to everyone. Don't judge a book by its cover because you never know what's inside. You never know what abilities those person has. Really listening to what others have to say and seeing the magic that they have. Every person is blessed with so many gifts. So really looking and seeing what the abilities of others are is something that's so important. And a lot of people miss because they're judging on the exterior.
Yes, I 100% agree. Again, like going back to the notion of we as society tend to judge everybody, especially by appearance. I mean, to me, it just comes naturally when I see like a strange looking man that looks like like a homeless person or a hobo, my first instinct would be, okay, stay away from that person, But then when you use your, sense of empathy, you realize, okay, well, this guy must have come from a very difficult situation. We don't know the reason why he lost his home. We don't know anything about his personal life. So we have all these factors, we really have to be to consider in order to empathize further with him. So yeah, stop judging a book by its cover. Sometimes I wonder, maybe if we were all blind, then the world would be a better place. Because if we're all blind, we don't see colors. We don't see whether you're fat, you're thin, you're tall. Everything is based on feelings, I think that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. But you know what? If I were blind, I wouldn't be able to see beauty pageants. Hello. So,
that's pretty fun, right?
yes, yeah. So I gotta see. Now, last question. Why do you think you deserve to win the Miss Globe 2023 crown?
So I have put in so much work throughout the years. A crown on my head is a microphone to my mouth, and all of the nonprofit organizations and all of the service work that I have done throughout my life. A bigger crown and a larger audience and an international audience would just be more people's lives to touch and more people to help. So my goal in life is to really help others and bridge socioeconomic gaps through the medium of dance. It's something that no matter what language you speak, no matter what your physical abilities are, everyone can come together and move their bodies and dance. And I think that's something that's very unique to me. And if given the platform of the Miss Globe, it would be something that I think would touch a lot of lives internationally.
Bravo! Good answer, Kirstin. I love it. And the winner of Miss Globe 2023 is USA Crown. Love it. Enough of these stupid, dumb questions. Let's have some fun and let's play some games, girl.
Okay.
You like games? I like games.
I love games.
Game number one, this or that. I name two things. You tell me which you prefer. Fried rice or steamed rice?
Fried rice.
Not very healthy, though.
I know, but it's so yummy.
All right. Tap water or mineral water?
Mineral water. Dehydration is a very serious thing that I struggle with a lot. So if you have minerals in your water, you don't have to drink quite as much.
Well, let's hope Albania is rich with mineral water. Like every day the girls are provided with, bottled water that comes from
It sounds promising.
From the spring, so that's good. Bikini or one piece?
One piece. I love a sexy one piece. Oh, absolutely phenomenal.
Especially the ones with cutouts. I love them. I really do. I really do. I love them. Orange juice or lemon juice?
Orange juice with no pulp. Very important.
Why? The best ones are the ones with pulp because it has fiber.
I will tell you, they do taste a little bit fresher, but if you're able to get the pulp out of there and keep that freshness of the juice, nothing better. Amazing.
All right. Treadmill or free weights?
Free weights. Yes. Picking up heavy things, good for you.
Yes. Actually, I think when you're lifting stuff, you lose faster. You lose calories much faster than just like treadmill or even walking. So that's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
iPhone or Samsung?
iPhone. Most definitely iPhone.
iPhone's the best, baby. All right. Money or love?
Love.
Oh,
Love can do a lot.
Come on. We all need money, honey.
I know, but it is very possible to live with less money and more love and have such a fulfilling life.
Yeah, but with all the money that you have, you can buy love.
But then it's not real love.
Well, to me, it would. I'm just kidding. All right. Love. Love conquers everything.
Mm-hmm.
Game number two. Tell me your favorites. What is your favorite color?
Okay, this is a hard one because I would say pink because like typically I'm a pink girl, but I also love emerald green. My partner already knows that's what color I want my engagement ring to be. I was born in May, so it's my birthstone. So I'm gonna lean emerald green.
Well, the color of your dress, isn't that kind of like emerald green? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I see emerald green's there for me.
Yeah, emeralds are one of my most favorite precious stones. So it's great.
They're beautiful.
What is your favorite flower?
The rose, and it's my mom's nickname. It reminds me of my
Rose?
mom. You're beautiful. Yes.
Wonderful. Any specific color?
I love how they come in so many variations. That's my favorite part about a rose. So it can come in almost any color and they're always beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. Well, until you hurt yourself with those thorns, then, forget it.
I've done that. Yeah.
Who is your favorite actor?
Zendaya. She's fabulous in every way.
She's an amazing actress. She's beautiful. Yeah, this girl has everything, she has everything. Yeah. Now, what is your favorite movie? A Zendaya movie?
Oh, that's so hard. Okay, so I'm going to say something that's the most recent. I'm going to say The Little Mermaid because she was my favorite princess growing up. And now that Halle Bailey is the Little Mermaid, I feel way more connected. And they actually have representation for the Caribbeans in there. They also have an actress from Trinidad.
Yeah.
I felt seen and heard. It was beautiful.
Wonderful. Now, speaking of movies, did you watch Barbie the movie?
I'm embarrassed to say I have not yet. I need to go see it, like literally today.
Yeah. I had reservations about that movie. So I sort of like, so one thing with me is that I don't want other people's views and comments to influence my view of a movie. So I just went ahead, had popcorn and Coca-Cola and sat in front of the movie. And I loved it. I enjoyed it because it reminded me so much of, when I was a little boy, because I used to play with Barbie dolls, So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I really do. I love the fashion, the dancing part, the music, and all the colors. It's just, everything is so beautiful in that movie. So go see it.
Okay.
What is your favorite holiday? Holiday.
I would say Christmas, which is really funny because I actually grew up Jewish. So I never celebrated Christmas until I met my partner and his family, and they throw the most extravagant, wonderful Christmas mornings. So now I'm a Christmas fan. I understand it. I get it. Now I'm there with Christmas.
I think some Jews do celebrate Christmas. They have I've been to a Jewish household and they have a Christmas tree like in the living room. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything. I know Hanukkah is really wonderful.
Yes.
That's what I grew up celebrating. 8 nights of Christmas. Fabulous. But if you have one gigantic Christmas, I also see the benefits of that too.
Now, being of Caribbean descent, I would think you like carnivals like Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I love Mardi Gras myself. All the fun, the festivities, and the craziness that happens once in a while. So that's good. What is, and I think I know what you're going to say, but what is your favorite music?
I love bubblegum pop. Like I want it to be like dee, 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 rainbows and sunshine pop music. Like it's my favorite thing.
Because I thought you were going to say Zendaya's music, but
She makes pop. She's made a few pop songs.
Well, she's a pop princess, So there. What is your favorite word? Word, girl.
Ooh, gratitude. Love it. It's fun to say. It's interesting to spell, and the meaning behind it is everything. Everything.
We all have to be grateful for every blessing. Again, living in probably the richest and most free country in the world. We have the best blessing.
Not do it. No.
A woman of integrity. Good. One night stand.
No. Big no also to that one.
Your mama is proud of you, girl.
I hope so. I try to live with a good moral code.
Good. Online dating.
That one is a yes. That's actually how I met my partner, and we're gonna get married eventually once I'm done competing in pageantry and all this wonderful stuff. So yeah, that's a big yes for me.
Which app did you use? Which dating app?
So we actually matched on 2 of them, and he is a really bad texter. So we matched on Bumble, and then he just stopped texting me, and I was like, okay, sure. And then we matched again on Coffee Meets Bagel. And he was like, wait a second, I know you. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's up? I know you too. And we haven't left each other alone since.
So wait a minute. So how long did you date online before actually seeing each other in person?
We spoke, I want to say maybe 2 weeks we spoke before we went on our first date. And that was it. And I'm very grateful and blessed that that was my first and only online date. My boyfriend, a little different story. He went through a few, but he made it to the end. So we're good.
That's amazing. But you haven't set a date yet, right?
No. We're waiting for pageants to be completely over, rest a little bit, maybe go vacation a little bit, and then.
Cool. Long distance relationship?
Yes, ... It can work. If you have the option to be closer to your partner, I think that's always the best, but it can work. We can make it work.
Oh. Surgical enhancement.
No, I am going to say no on that one. I don't have any problems with plastic surgery. If you want to get a little nip and a tuck in a whatever you want to do, by all means, go ahead. If it makes you feel more confident in yourself and more powerful and strong, by all means. For me personally, though, yeah, no. I'm very scared of surgeries in general, so I'm gonna opt out.
So all about that is natural.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I'm scared of knives and needles and.
Well, what about those little gadgets? Because I tried this little gadget which is supposed to firm your jawline. Like this, it's made of some stone. I think it's, I don't know, enamel or granite, and you keep rolling it like this way, and it's supposed to like firm your jawline. So I tried using it, but it didn't work on me. So
I love those little gadgets. Those are fabulous.
yeah, tried it one time.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking?
No.
So you've never?
No, I have asthma, and even just being like walking through a casino, if I'm in Las Vegas or something like that, it hurts. So yes, smoking in general, no.
All right. Alcohol.
I will say yes, as long as it is responsibly consumed in smaller amounts. It's okay. I'm not a big drinker at all. I much prefer a bubbly water over a bubbly water with anything else in it. That's just how I am, in my personal opinion. But I have no problem with anyone else's drinking. I say have all the fun, responsible fun, of course. But yeah.
Would you drink non-alcoholic beverages like non-alcoholic beer, non-alcoholic wine, like maybe fruit-based?
At that point, I would almost just have juice. Like, give me a fancy juice drink. That sounds great. Absolutely.
Orange juice without the pulp, okay?
There we go.
Last one, no makeup in public.
I'm gonna say no. Okay, so in general, I don't wear makeup on a regular basis if I'm like in my house or anything. But I do need eyebrows and a teensy bit of mascara to go out in public and feel like I look like a presentable human being. So I will say that no makeup in public is going to be a no for me, but that's just because of the person I am and what I want to project in my put togetherness.
I like that. I like that. You know what? This is a very important tip. You know, if you're competing in a pageant internationally, never leave your room without makeup.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Always put something on your face because, as you know, pageant fans could be the harshest critics of all. If they don't see you any type of, if you just look plain, They're going to start judging you. Oh, she's still playing. She's not going to win, blah, blah, blah. So at least, put a little, like, maybe, I don't know, like a little rouge or foundation or even a lip gloss. That should do it,
Mhm.
But other than
Look-
that, I think, yeah, exactly. Something, something to make you look fresh, because people are judgmental these days. Okay. Don't judge my girl, the Miss Globe USA. Okay. Because she's perfect. All right. Comment. Oh, this is a cute comment from Daniella. Good luck in your journey. Let's go. USA, you're beautiful inside and out. I can see your sincerity and passion when you speak. Rooting for you. You know what? Yes, I totally agree.
Oh, thank you so much, Daniella. That's so nice. Wow, thank you.
So you can go ahead and cry, if you want.
Thank you. Oh.
That's funny. Now, you know what? This has been an amazing interview. I think, when Jean contacted me, I said, Rafa, would you like to interview Kirstin? And I said, who is she? So I've never heard of you. So I had to Google you and do some intense background check to say, does she have any criminal records? Blah, blah, blah. And now you're telling me you don't want to appear nude, even if they pay you $1 million. You don't believe in one night stand. You're okay with online dating, but to a certain extent. You're not into surgical enhancement. You don't smoke and you don't drink alcohol. My God, what are you? You're like
An angel.
Yeah, exactly. You're an angel, and I'm sure once you land in Albania, I hope to God. Oh, who do you want to be your roommate? Do you have an idea? I hope she's another sweet angel like you.
Yes, I hope so. I actually was speaking with Miss Haiti not too long ago on Instagram. So I would love if she's my roommate, but any new friends, I always have open arms. I love making new friends. So I'm sure whoever my roommate is, they're going to be fabulous.
Now, do you speak other languages besides English?
I speak a little bit of French.
Okay.
And I understand Spanish, but I respond in English. So we haven't quite made the connect with that one, but I'm trying.
Okay, hopefully your roommate is going to be someone who doesn't speak a word of English.
Most of the girls are really good at the Miss Globe. Most of
Yes.
them have good understanding of English. So
Yeah.
we should be.
I think, I actually watched last year's final on YouTube, and all the questions were in English. And all the girls spoke, fluent English. So, and also the production, what I like about the Miss Globe is, the crown. I think it's something, this is something unique, because it has this little stone hanging on the forehead or something.
Mhm.
The beautiful crown. And also the special awards that they give the girls, they're in this beautiful, cute little box. You can keep, and it's a little round, like trophies or something, like plaques, maybe. I thought it was very, very elegant, very cute. So, yeah. So listen, this has been a very enchanting, amazing interview. I feel like I know you much better. And I can't thank you enough for your time. I know you're very busy preparing for Albania and whatnot. So I really appreciate the fact that you granted me this interview, with you. Now, before I let you go, is there like a message that you would like to share with your viewers, with your followers from all over the world? Kirstin, baby.
Yes, of course. I just want to remind everyone to choose kindness. That's such an important thing in today's day and age. And I think that's a great point to end on as well. Making sure we're choosing to be kind and opening our arms to others and really trying to better the world that we live in today. Also, I want to share how grateful I am to you, Rafa, my national director, Mr. Gene Flores, and to Mr. Petri Bozo, the owner of the Miss Globe, for creating this wonderful organization. When I tell you, I feel like I am at home with the Miss Globe family, it is very true. I haven't even been to Albania yet, and I already feel like I'm going to visit family. They take such wonderful care of us. So just my heart is full of a lot of gratitude, and I'm very grateful. Thank you so much to everyone, and vote USA.
Go USA. Critical Beauty viewers, please follow Kirstin's journey to the Miss Globe 2023. I'm gonna put your Instagram account in the in the description box below so people can follow you. And I wish you nothing but the best. And hopefully you'll get the crown, baby.
Hope so. Hope to bring it back to USA for the
Bring
first
it
time.
back to the U. Yeah, I know. Because I don't. Yeah, we haven't won, right? So hopefully it'll be the first. There's always a first for everything, you know. So listen,
Yes.
thank you. I'm gonna give you like the biggest virtual hugs,
Thank you.
virtual kisses as well. And viewers, thank you so much for your questions and comments about Kirstin. Please wish her luck. And once this video is uploaded to YouTube, I will tag you so you can share it with your viewers, with your followers. Is that all right, darling? So have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see you soon. All right.
Most definitely. Mwah. Thank you so much. Bye.